What is up, guys? It is your boy, Phil Shocker, the 96 Hedgehog here, going against Slick Panther and his Cleveland Cavaliers for WWC Season 2. Like I said, this was a semi-tough match to prep for on hand, but I felt like the match was kind of winnable in our favor. But if you look at his team was really different than we expected. He did bring in Sonora, which was something I could see him bringing. But he did bring the Hatterene, which was a little interesting to me, to be honest with you. I felt like I had a lot of good checks to Hatterene, but if you guys can, hit that like button down below if you haven't already. Subscribe to join the Phil Shocker crew today because you be thrilling with the king of the frill. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, it's a little spoiler. It's a little spoiler. I didn't really play this match the best I could have. I won't lie to you. I did not play this match the best I could have. And you'll see why in a sec. But let's go ahead and just get into the battle. Actually, just make sure. Come on, there we go. It's muted now. I guess, you know, it's true. We'll just leave it on there. I don't think there's anything else. Let's go ahead and get the battle here. Wait, let's make sure. Okay, let's make sure the music's up. So right here, I decided to use my big brain for a few reasons. One, webs is a really good way to start off this match if I can get them off, or going for the agility and everything like that. Then what I was thinking then would be to just also ski with, but he had to also scout out for items, and he actually leads with Hatterene, which in my mind was definitely the best lead versus my entire team. Like, half my team gets kind of checked like this. And when you look at my team, Hatterene basically beats my team with the combination of its stab plus mystical fire. So, yeah, me not really prepping the most for Hatterene, and as you'll see later, I'm going to spoil it, he has Trick Room. I did not play against him. Also, ignore the fact that I had pizza finally after a long time, so I was really hyped for that. I'm not sure about it. But I'm going to go ahead and go straight to my Ferroform. He makes a really safe play right there and going for the Mystical Fire versus me. He actually goes Dazzling, predicting me to switch out here. I go for the Gyro Ball here. And let me tell you, this witch is thick. She is roughly max HP, max bulk, either relaxed or bold, whichever one he went with. I feel like bold was more safer because there's not a lot of things on my team that can outspeed Trick Room unless he was worried about minus speed Ferroform. And that's type of such a way. But this witch is thick. She took a Gyro Ball. Not saying the Gyro Ball is like the world's strongest steel type move, but still from a Ferroform, that's relatively interesting. But yeah, I decided to sack off my Ferroform. I think a lot of people are going to question why I sacked off Ferroform there. I sacked off Ferroform for the fact that with that, we get rid of its berry. It was then sitting around 50-some%. It basically loses to an Iron Fist. This loses to this. It loses to roughly a Flare Blitz move right there, or 2 Earthquakes. Like, the only thing I could have done that kept safety alive, because I did have Leech Seed and everything on that set, but the problem is this, like, I can't really get a Leech Seed off because it'll be switching out constantly. So, I do kind of regret now having Ferroform because I didn't stay for the matchup. I'm trying to remember what I had, because actually, you can see, I changed to Ferroform on the last second, I think, or that before that. What did I have on here? I don't know. I don't really remember. But I go Dracovish here. I'm going to click Leech Sliper. I mean, he could have, like, the way I was looking at this is that he could have swapped in his Sceptile here on a Vicious Wren. He could have. But Toad, I guess, was the safer play. But he's going to see him Life Orb. I'm going to go in Gladiator here, and right here I'm going to click Knock here. No, I could have clicked Close Combat and just dropped this thing. And to be honest, I probably should have clicked Close Combat there. It would have been the safer play right here. He's going to click Knock Off, get rid of my Focus Sash, which I was going to hit. Right here, I should have pulled a double instead of going for the Agility right here, because I'm going to go Baton Pass, going to Toxicity here. So he clicks Trick Room. I'm going to have to waste my move right here. Going to Ganon here, predicting the second move. And right here, guys, I'm so mad at myself because I made the biggest mistake ever. Originally, when she was the Team Builder, I had Light Screen on this set. Yeah, about that. Light Screen was no longer on the moveset. I feel so stupid because now I basically lose to Hatterene here. There's nothing I can do versus Hatterene. I can waste a turn, yeah. By the way, I don't know how that killed me. By the way it was calc, if he was max HP, max defense with Dazzling Gleam, I should have lived that. Unless I put the light screen calc up by accident. But even though I should have still lived it because the max he did was like 80-some%. Unless I didn't count the 4 in special attack, then maybe it was basically a max roll then, which killed me, which was dumb. But now I have to go Gladiator. I'm going to basically click First Impression and try to chip this thing down here. And at this point, guys, it's basically it's over. Because here's the thing, right? If I click Light Screen, because I want to go over some plays I could have done here. If I had clicked Light Screen, I don't know whether or not I live, but what I do is, as you said, it was third turn when he went for the kill on me right there. I live it there, and he's got now 2 turns of Light Stream. He kills me. I go Toxtricity. He can't kill me with Psychic or Psychic. And then I shift gear, which I may or may not live. Then I can keep this thing in the back for sticky web purposes. I shift gear with Toxtricity. I go for that. Then he goes into this thing. I can get my webs up. And then Dracovish pretty much has weakened that thing down to the point where I can pretty much 2-shot that thing. And then I one-shot. Roughly one-shot. One-shot with Leech Slide. But if he's max speed, Timid, which he may or may not been. If he was Choice Scarf, then he may have a chance to knock me out. So I could have really came back and won this game. But I did find out that his Conkeldurr was Assault Vested. So even if I was shift gear, there was no way I could have killed him unless I probably got a crit max roll boom burst versus Conkeldurr. So in the end, I clicked Crunch here. I honestly do believe that's game, and I did tell him, I'm so mad at myself. If he had missed there, I would have killed him, by the way. But yeah, I decided to go into this thing just to click that, but yeah, right here, dude. And as you see right there, I'm going to let him know that I basically took Light Screen off. I think the day we were going to do the battle, I think I took it off at the moment right there for it. I'm just so mad at myself I did that. I had Light Screen on there for a reason, and it came back and bit me in the butt because I took that off. I also don't think I played my really best. This was probably the worst time I've ever played because I just let him on basically run roughshod on my team. I didn't really prepare as much for Hatterene that I probably should have with its moveset and everything like that. I should have expected it to come, so I should have probably prepped around that. And when you look at this in hindsight, I probably should have brought Arrow, because I think I originally had brought Aerodactyl, like the team said. And if I had brought Aerodactyl Choice Banded pretty much just clicks a lot of buttons versus this entire team. Like, he's got no resist to a flying stab move. I could have clicked Choice Banded Fly or Choice Banded something. But I got no one else to blame but myself. GG's to Slick. Slick played great. He knew he had to get his Hatterene in, click Trick Room, and just start clicking buttons versus my team once that happened. And yeah, I'm just disappointed in myself because I just didn't play this game right. If I had played it a little bit better, I could have knocked the differential down another roughly 2 to 3. So we could have had a 0 record, and then, or at least like a -2 to 3 record, which wouldn't have been bad. But now, with my 2 differential plus this, it puts me now as a -3, so it's not too terrible. It is beginning of the season, so we still have a chance. We do have some tough components, though, to have to go into later in the season, so we're going to have to try our best to try to do whatever we can to win the games. But, yeah, that's going to be it. Dracovish picked up a kill, so Dracovish is now 3-1, so it's kind of a good record stuff. But, yeah, another strongest game for me, guys. I really do apologize that we lost this one. It was just I mean, it wasn't that tough of a matchup. Like, I felt like me and his matchups were very, like, could have gone a lot of ways with how teams were, but we both had also just the broken Pokemons of Darmanitan and Dracovish. So this was a clash that I felt like actually was kind of cool that happened. Galarian Darm, you win this round, buddy. You win this round. But GG's again to Slick. He played really great. He knew what he had to do. I'm not really mad at him or salty with him. I'm just really upset at myself for how I played, guys. But definitely, if Slick ever has a channel, try to look out of his channel or anything like that. Show him some love. He deserves it. With that, we're going to go ahead and get out of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think next week we take on Damien, his Galactic Metagross, and I think that's going to be a good game as well. But until next time, guys, I'm Phil Shocker, Nice Hedgehog. Peace.